Pretty much everyone south of the Mason-Dixon line is going to think we're idiots when they see this video because they were brought up making pimento cheese. Everyone knows how to make pimento cheese.
Yeah, it's
you picked it, not me.
You picked it, yeah.
I'm Kevin Pang, food editor of the AV Club, and as a resident of Chicago, lots of people ask me, which restaurant should I go when I visit Chicago? And almost all the time, the first restaurant I'll recommend is this place called the Publican. And the chefs behind that restaurant has a new cookbook out, Publican and Cosmo Goss. Welcome to the AV Club. Okay, so we're making pimento cheese today. This is served at the Publican, right?
It's actually served at Publican Anchor, served at Publican with our bread plate, and we sell it at Publican Quality Meats, our butcher shop. You can just skip the book. I mean, you can buy the book, skip the recipes, and just take it home.
Yes, I'm in favor of it now. And then also, you've got this, let's just talk really quickly about this. You guys have a great baker, Greg Wade, James Beard Award nominated chef. And,
Boy genius.
And you've got a couple of breads that he made today, right?
Yeah, Greg is incredible baker. Like I said, boy genius, super enthusiastic about his craft. Has been great enough to source over the years with different farmers local flour, which makes a big difference. Marty Travis from Spence Farm harvests, mills, and brings us the flour all in the period of a couple days, which really makes a huge difference. It's all organic flour, which really makes a huge difference. And just Greg's skills. The breads are super high hydration. We're not into zombies walking around in the bakery late at night baking bread so that it's super fresh. There's so much water in the bread that it stays fresh for a number of days. Yeah. It's just delicious.
And it smells great, and we got some toasting back here, and we have an audience, and we're going to be feeding this bread to you shortly. Let's get to it. Can you just show us how to make this?
Cosmo, go. Ready, go. So see if we can do it in 1 minute.
Yes, right.
We used aged cheddar. We like hooks for your cheddar for pimento cheese. It's just a little sour. It's like almost got a chalky texture to it.
Yeah.
When I was like, I had Zingerman's pimento cheese like years ago, and I was like, what makes this so fucking good? Yeah. And I look at the label, and it was just like white cheddar, like mayonnaise, black pepper, cayenne. And I was like, it can't be that simple. It cannot be that simple. I put all those 4 things in a bowl, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And we have a guy named Chris Miller who's our catering chef at the Publicans, and he's like obsessed with pimento cheese, so he kind of helped us like refine the amounts and everything.
So we've got about 2 pounds of cheese or 2 cups of cheese?
2 cups of cheese.
Yeah.
2 cups of cheese. Okay, and then we also have pimento peppers as well, which you can buy for pretty cheap, like a can, at your local supermarket.
Half cup of pimento peppers.
Okay.
Drain the liquid though.
That goes into the bowl. Okay. All right.
A cup and a half of mayo. This is Hellmann's.
Okay. Any reason why you do Hellmann's or?
We like it.
I love it. I think it's got like an acidity that most like homemade aiolis don't quite have.
Yeah.
Southerners would say Duke's.
Yes, of course. Duke's is the pimento cheese mayo of choice. So you're combining that with the pimento peppers.
Yep.
Fresh cracked pepper.
Tablespoon. A lot of black pepper. Teaspoon of cayenne.
Look how simple this is. You guys can be making this in 2 minutes.
You can make it when you're high.
Cayenne's in there.
You want to mix? You want me to mix? I'll salt. You mix. Oh, cheese.
Doesn't it? Oh, you forgot the cheese, the most important part, right?
How much cheese is it? 2 cups. 2 cups white cheddar.
So really, this philosophy of simple cooking, simple ingredients, not trying to overthink things, that's something that you've carried over to your cooking philosophy.
Absolutely. Boy, what do I say to that? You said it all.
I said it all. Okay, great. Right. Season, that's obviously very important.
Yeah.
Okay. And does this need to sit around or?
You can eat it right away. I think we always. I think it's best. It's a little loose here, but through the magic of television, I had some that made yesterday.
It looks different, Cosmo.
It's because it sat overnight. And
eat your heart out, Rachel Ray. So we've got pimento cheese. How does this taste, Chef?
Please call me Paul.
Okay.
I know you're just getting over the Curtis Duffy video.
Yeah.
Can't get that out of your system.
Right.
It tastes really good. Needs a little more salt. Needs a little more cayenne.
Now that's one important sort of cooking philosophy is you really should be continuously tasting and seasoning and readjusting as you go.
Absolutely. And the book kind of speaks to being a cook, not being a recipe zombie. It's like, if you can't get, I was just looking at a recipe today that's based on plums, and there's really no good plums around anymore. And I thought, well, apples are great. I bet you this dandelion green salad with Urfa pepper would work great with apples, and it will. Yeah. And so it's just like, don't take it so seriously.
It's not really about sticking to the tenets of playing every note, to use a music analogy, playing every single note correctly. It's more like jazz. You get to improvise. It's it's freedom, I suppose.
Ornette Coleman, dude.
Ornette Coleman.
It's delicious.
Perfect. So we got some bread. Can we take some of that bread here that we have prepared ahead of time?
Absolutely.
And let's spoon some. I guess we can't technically say that it's delicious until I sanctify it as delicious, right? I will be like Tom Colicchio.
Cosmo was just with Tom Colicchio this weekend in Louisville.
Yeah, well, talking about crazy, we're making pimento cheese. We're from Chicago.
Yeah.
I made fried chicken in Louisville, which would have been.
You can't screw that up, right?
Well, he goes, "What are you doing down there?" And I was like, "I'm doing a fried chicken." He's like, "Why? What are you nuts?"
I once made
Was it delicious though? That's
was
the
great.
question. Okay.
I once
Let's see.
made shrimp and grits at an event in New Orleans with
made it.
Erling. And at the end, I was like, what, am I
Oh.
crazy?
Yeah.
It's really good, isn't
It's
it?
really good. It's just cheese, mayo, pimento peppers, cayenne. It's great. Mm-hmm. All right, the book once again is Cheers to the Publican. It is on bookstores everywhere. Paul Kahan, Cosmo Goss, thank you so much for being on the AV Club.
Yay.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Kevin.
All right.
Rocks.
AV.